Maybe Santa will bring me a new laptop.
I know that's right. Income tax time is here.
Right? I think mine is already. You still there?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So how do you guys think we did last week? I know Carlos gets nervous. We women kind of do a lot of things, so we have a lot going on, but we'll get it done before the deadline. I think he gets nervous with us, Ashley.
Oh, I'm gonna be real. I'm the biggest procrastinator ever. So I get it. I get it. He
Yeah,
had
he's
me on my
fine.
toes because he was texting me, and I was like, I'm doing it. I swear, I'm doing it right now.
Yeah, and I had it done, but then things, and then time just gets away. Like I try to get it at least a good draft or very close to final before I messing around with other things. But then, like I said, I think Carlos gets worried. So
I would too with me.
it's done like the day after we meet, and he's like, "What are they doing?"
I know. I know.
So, Carlos, are you there? I can't see your face.
Yeah, yeah,
Oh,
I'm here.
okay. Okay. So, do you want
Yeah,
to start, Carlos, like about what we're supposed to do,
yeah,
radio and TV broadcast?
yeah. I have two stories ideas.
Okay.
I have the Donald Trump with Mexico about building a wall at the Mexican border.
Interesting. I picked that as one of my stories too. So I'll let you. Are
Anybody
you doing
else
that for your
think that was a joke to
radio
start?
version? I'm sorry, Ashley. Go ahead.
Did anybody else think that was gonna be a joke? Like he's actually building it though.
No, I knew he was serious. Like if he
Like
got elected, I knew he was extremely serious. You thought it was a joke, Ashley?
I thought it was a joke. Like I really thought that he wasn't gonna go through with this. Like
No.
I can't believe it.
I can believe it. So anyway, okay. So are you going to do that for your radio version or TV version, Carlos?
Has to be the same story. No?
Yeah, you're right. You're right. We have to. You're absolutely right. I'm thinking. You know what? Because we are supposed to propose to. I'm thinking we had to do two each. But you're right. We just come up with two. And I guess for this reason right here, just in case two of us like had the same idea, because that was one of mine. I had that, and then I had there's a really good story actually about, well, not about Trump himself, but about one of his supporters who left a non-supporter like a very large tip. And it was because of the interaction that they had. They were both like very genuine, very, sometimes I think we have preconceived notions about people just because of certain affiliations, and they turned out to be two really good people. So he ended up leaving her like a $450 tip, long story short. So that was a really good story. Some of this stuff is so angry, if you will. Like I thought that was a really good story. So that's just one.
I have one more.
Okay.
They say that there were 6 journalists that were arrested at the inauguration of Trump for felony rioting, but they were just covering the violent protest that was taking place.
Why were they arrested?
They were charged with felony rioting.
Yes, I had that one. I had that one also. And they were actually charged with felonies just for covering it, just for videotaping it.
They see that as a threat for freedom of the press.
Yes.
Yeah.
I had that one too. I'm kind of glad that you had that one because I like the other one better.
What's your other one, Ashley?
Okay, so it's basically the same thing that y'all are going through. You have to actually find a story that has like a subtle little hint of Trump with another issue included in it. But this one was about how all the women are rushing to go get IUDs because
Wow,
of the
that's a good one.
repeal of Obamacare, and they don't even want IUDs. Like, they would rather have birth control pills, but they've got to have a birth control option that can outlast Trump. So they're going to get IUDs. There's like, they said that the IUD appointments have went up 900%.
I got a question.
Crazy.
I got a question.
Okay.
What's a IUD?
Oh my God! I'm sorry, Carlos. I forgot that you're a woman. You're not a woman. I'm sorry. An IUD is it's a birth control method that you can actually insert inside the body, and it can actually last for up to 10 years.
What?
Yeah, that's short for intrauterine device, Carlos.
It doesn't let
Good job. I didn't know that.
It doesn't let you get pregnant.
Right.
Right. It's supposed to prevent pregnancy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah.
I think that's a great story, Ashley. That's a great story.
It's like Black Friday down at the clinic this week, apparently.
I read a similar thing. It wasn't about IUDs, but it was about gay marriage. A lot of people were rushing, like right before Trump's inauguration, or right before the final votes, I think. And in the event that he would be elected, which he was, to get married, because they were thinking, like, that's some of the things, that's one of the issues that he spoke out against, maybe. And so they were rushing to they hadn't planned it. They were wanting to get married, but maybe further out. And then they all just a lot of people just started rushing to get married because they're like, well, we don't know if we'll be able to get married if he's elected. So it's just like people are all in uproar about their rights, about different civil rights, which is,
I mean, anybody's
crazy.
Fair game at this point, I think.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah, that's a great story.
I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
It says here that the stories for the script will cover the same topic. Our stories has to be the same story, or we have different stories?
Well, no. What it's saying is like Ashley had point, or you said that one of you that we'll do the same story for both the TV and the radio script. We just, like, if you notice, the scripts are very different, the way they're laid out, and so we just have to use the same story for each one. But I think
the three of us have one story. We
have one story each. We just had to bring two different stories just in case, I guess, what has happened here. Like, if we're searching for stories, we end up with the same thing. Like, we're supposed to bring two story ideas to the budget meeting. So, or in case one of us says, no, that's not good. So you have another option. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but each of us have a different story?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Each of us have a different story, and then we do it two different ways. Or we do it with the TV and the radio. Yes. So, okay, did y'all notice, too, that she included something about an interview?
The same thing like the other one. If you could get an interview.
Well, she kind of did it differently last time. She kind of put and/or an interview. This time it's just straight interview. Like, it doesn't look like she's giving us an option this time.
I mean, I don't know that it's, like, depending on what story it is, it's not always possible to obtain an interview with something. Like, do one of you all have a connection to speak with Trump or about the? I mean,
the only connection I've got is I do know someone that works in a gynecologist office, and maybe she could say if the volume has gone up with the IUDs. That's about all I have. That would be all I could do. She could confirm if, there've been a lot of IUD customers. That's about it.
Yeah, I mean, we could probably email her just to confirm, but I think that's if you generate a story on your own and you're not seeking out stories that are, like, already public information, like that I've already put out. I think like if you were to go get, you could do that. You could definitely interview the person that you know.
I'd rather not if I don't have to.
Oh, see.
No, just to be real about it. Just last week almost got me bad.
Wow.
Like I spent my whole weekend like I did it wrong, entirely wrong the first time, and had to do it all over again and do it right.
God.
So like it almost got me. Like it really did.
Wow. Well, yeah, I don't think, I mean, honestly, what I've come to the conclusion about these classes is that sometimes that some of that stuff is kind of boilerplate. And so I think it's at the instructor's discretion. Like I don't think Instructor Wiggins is requiring us for every single story to go out and interview people. I mean, we could double check to be safe, but I just don't think that's the case, because it's very difficult, especially with the time constraint that we have. Like honestly, today's Wednesday.
Yeah.
You have to have your information posted for edits by Saturday.
Yeah,
it's almost impossible. You know what I mean? To meet to especially, let's say we were trying to get someone in like a public official.
Right.
Rarely are they going to make themselves available, because for you or me, or it's so I don't think it's like absolutely mandatory that we try to go out and interview people.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah. But I think it's more important that we do research, like on these stories in from different areas, whether it be from like a television newscast in combination with maybe the print media and somewhere else, just to make sure the facts are straight, and then kind of put the story in our own words. I think that's the gist of the assignment, I think. So.
Well, how are y'all adjusting to actually having to work with people?
Excuse me. I mean,
it's weird, isn't it? After 4 years of not having to work with anybody. It's really weird.
I think it kind of prepares you for, if like, I don't necessarily want to be on the beat writing a bunch of stories all over the place. But if you do, I think it prepares you for a real newsroom. So
that's true.
Yeah, because there's stories where two writers work together to do it. You see like 3 writers in one story.
That's true.
When you read the newspapers and stuff.
That's true. Well,
I'm planning. I think I like the journalist that got arrested story better. I think I'm gonna write that one.
It is interesting.
I think that's versus that border story, Carlos.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, what you think is better, the border or the journalist?
No, I like the journalist story. I like that one.
Yeah.
So I like that.
I agree.
Yeah, I like that one. That one's much more interesting. Like, I think there's so much about Trump in the news right now, so I just try to steer clear of it if I can.
Everything is about Trump.
Say that again.
I was reading the New York Times online, and almost everything is about Trump.
Exactly.
Exactly.
He says that he really hates the media, but he tends to stay in it. So, I mean, he must like it a little bit.
Yeah. So, Carlos, one more time, you're going to do, tell me the title of that story again. Journalist.
Well, I put my own title.
Well, I'll just summarize. Okay, so journalist charged with felony. Is that what
I put 6 journalists were arrested at Trump's inauguration for felony rioting, but they were covering the violent protests.
Okay. All right. And then yours one more time, Ashley.
It's called Women rush to get IUDs because of Trump?
Carlos, that's not funny.
Everybody's scared of Trump, even the immigrants.
Yeah, I'm telling you, nobody's safe.
Okay, so my wonder story is, it's called it's basically about a blind triathlete, and basically these individuals are blind. They're going to bike and run and something else, whatever you do in a triathlete. Well, sometimes it's swim. I don't think they're swimming. They're doing something else. 3 things. They're blind. And that is taking place in San Diego. So I get
no help whatsoever.
I'm sorry, say that again.
No help whatsoever. No seeing-eye dog. No.
That I have to research. I have to find more information. But I kind of.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. So I've stumbled upon that, and I thought the same thing. I'm just like, wow. And like I saw a video of them actually riding bikes. Excuse me. They have like someone guiding them, but or like watching them, I should say. But for the most part, they were doing it on their own.
Wow.
Excuse me. Yeah. So I thought it was cool. So I think that's the one I'm gonna do. I don't want to do Trump.
I understand that.
Yep. So
look at us. I'm so proud of us. It took us an hour and a half last week. Look at us doing this like pros.
Oh my gosh. Last week was just.
I have a question.
Did you guys watch the video?
Yes, I did watch it. I did find out that I make a lot of mouth movements, apparently. Like random mouth movements. I must have been hungry or something.
Oh
I don't know. I don't remember, but like all the mouth movements.
You're probably not really paying attention to, because I'm not either. Like I'm looking down and I make a lot of hand gestures and roll my eyes and all of that crazy stuff too. But hey, we're not human, so whatever. Just watch it actually when you become the live on-air personality.
No, yeah, I can really see that happening. I'll be in the background somewhere.
You never know. Never know.
I'll have the cue cards, or I'll do the teleprompter.
and Carlos, what are you planning to do with your degree? What would you like to do as a career?
Oh, wherever I can go in, with print, radio, television.
Do you like writing?
Yeah, I enjoy writing.
That's good. Yeah, I'm with Ashley. I'd much rather do the behind the scenes.
Well, for this project, there's going to be a front page or something? No, right? No,
it's actually we make a PDF of those Word documents. This one is a little different. Like we were sort of simulating a newspaper last week, but this one, it's just like scripts. So it's just the document, and then we submit that. We create a PDF of the final document and then submit that.
You know how long it has to be?
30 minutes.
You have to look over those instructions because you have like time set. Like with scripts are a little different from stories. It's kind of broken down in time increments. Like for instance, you may, right before your script's news story starts, you may have a commercial, or right at the end of it, you may have a commercial. So the commercial could be like 25 seconds long. But then like with TV, they'll cut back and forth, like switch the camera from the reporter to like a clip of, let's say it's a story about students at school, I don't know, doing something. The reporter, the camera may zoom in on the reporter initially, but then it'll switch to the group of kids talking. then it'll switch back to the ground, switch to the ground, school grounds, and it'll switch back to the reporter, and then it'll be something like Carlos reporting live at 7. So you know, and it to kind of time all that, and that's what these scripts are about.
Yeah, but I'm saying, how can I time my writing though? How can I time it?
You gotta guess. And they have examples of that in the book, like what a script looks like when it's formatted.
But you have
And there's
like
all kinds of like lingo, like cut in and
Yep.
things like that that I'm going to have to get like familiar with.
Yeah, and
like
like
around,
it'll. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Carlos.
like around how many words you think it'll take?
I'm not sure because this is really not. It's more about timing, like 1 minute and 25 seconds and this and that. Like it's more about you have. I think each story has to be
30 minutes, I think.
30, or is it 30 minutes? Yeah, it's a 30-minute script. You're right. It's
30 minutes with like, I don't know, like a little bit of commercial time. I think they let you cut it back. Like,
yep, you're absolutely right.
How long are you guys gonna make yours?
Oh man, I'm terrified.
Very long.
It'll take me a minute. Because their examples are like intro, 10 seconds.
Right.
It's gonna be a lot to add up to 30 minutes with like 10 seconds this and 10 seconds that.
Well, like I said, if you, for instance, if this camera switches from the reporter and goes to like an individual talking or, you know, talking about the subject, that person could talk for like up to a minute, and then it'll switch back to the reporter, and then another time. It's more about graphics, I think. Like a lot of the cut-ins, when the camera swings back and forth between the individual the reporter that's speaking, and like I said, if you're doing something about school, it goes to the grounds, or even a crime story. This right here is where the murder took place. Like the camera swings back and forth. If you guys recall, like a newscast, the camera always switches back and forth when the reporter is talking, and so you'll put like that in increments. And sometimes it could take, when they're going over those details, that could be like 3 minutes worth of talking. And then again, if they take a break in between, you're talking about like sometimes the commercials, they have like 3 commercials in between newscasts. But I think I'm going to put my commercials at the end. So it just depends on the story that you're doing and how long the story is. So we'll see.
You don't invent your commercials. You just put commercials, right?
You just put anything like Walmart commercial, 25 seconds. I don't know, whatever truck company, but who makes Ford truck company. You just kind of, you know, you don't necessarily you don't make up a commercial. You just put whatever it is.
What's really gonna matter is the script. We don't have to make no video or nothing, right?
Oh no, it's just the script. It's just on paper. It's a Word document that's on paper, and we just combine it and make a PDF. That's it. No video.
Okay, that's good.
I don't know. I kind of feel like the mass communication side to this degree kind of gets left out sometimes. Like I wish we could do a commercial.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Yeah. That would be. That I think like that's where be at an actual school, like on I mean, well, you could do a commercial yourself. You could certainly do something yourself, but in terms of a group project like this, like we'd have to meet up, and that's like nearly impossible unless we're gonna. Well, I'm not sure.
I don't know. You'd almost have to like make 3 different videos and like splice them together.
Yeah. We could do that. But yeah, this one doesn't require a video. Thank God. I don't want to do one right now.
Oh, do either of y'all have a minor?
I do not. Not with this school. I don't.
They taught me to.
You do, Carlo?
No, I don't have a minor. No.
Oh.
They taught me into taking a minor in the place of some electives that I had to do.
So what minor do you have?
So I ended up with a minor in marketing.
Oh, wow.
What to
You
do
think
with it?
that's a money strategy?
It was at the time to look good on a resume, but I would have rather have done anthropology. They talked me into marketing instead of anthropology because they said it would look better on a resume. Anthropology would have been more fun.
I think so, and I can't see how I mean, people want marketers, but anthropology to me seems to relate more closely with journalism. I would think, like, especially if you wanted to apply for a job at National Geographic. Like,
I don't know. They talked me into it. I went with it. It's done now.
well, congratulations.
Yeah. Can't wait for that 6 months after graduation to get that
start paying
people. It's gonna be great.
So is this your last class, Ashley?
It is, but I had credits that I transferred in. And the technical college that I transferred credits in from had a different, they had semesters instead of 5-week classes.
Oh yeah.
So right now I need 3.02 credits to graduate. So
wow. So you got to just kind of just pick some kind of random class?
After this class, I will need 0.02 credits to graduate.
And what are you going to do to get that?
She told me I could choose from a bunch of electives or whatever, and I could take a whole class, and then they would reimburse me the difference money-wise if I did that.
What's the other option? Sounds like there may be something else to do. Or that's just it?
Some sort of charter school situation where you go to another school and then transfer the credits in.
That's too much.
Oh man, it's too much. I sometimes talking to these people, it's over my head. Sometimes when they start talking about doing this and that. 0.02 credits.
That's crazy. Nobody could waive that, bypass that. That's
0.02. Come on, Ashford, if y'all are listening.
Give it a degree.
Maybe you need to make that a news story.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, guys. Well, I'm gonna let you watch Netflix, get to bed, whatever. I'm not gonna hold you anymore. So if you guys don't have anything, don't hold me either.
All right.
Are you done, Carlos? Do you have anything else?
I think we covered everything.
Yep.
IUDs and everything. Y'all learned something today.
I learned something new.
Learn something new. Now he's gonna go ask some lady about it. Oh my. Okay, right. I forgot we were still recording. Okay, so anyway.
You'll get a kick out of it.
All right, that's a risk of news broadcasting too. Like people think their mic is off and they're still talking. Oh my goodness.
This is the blooper section.
Yeah, for real.
All right. Well, I guess we get to work tonight or tomorrow.
Yeah,
and Carlos, we won't make you sweat too. It's a little late. We won't be as prompt as you. Just a little late this week.
I just got to keep you guys on your toes.
No promises.
That's right. Stay on us. All right. Good night, guys.
All right. Take care.
Good night.
All right. Good night.